Our defense of Israel is unshakable. I would consider it a failure on my part, a fundamental failure of my presidency, if on my watch, or as a consequence of work that I had done, Israel was rendered more vulnerable.
Not just a strategic failure.
And I think that's not just a strategic failure, I think that would be a moral failure.
Isn't that interesting? Hey, I hope you all had a happy Easter and a happy Passover. Barack Obama telling Thomas Friedman of the New York Times that it would be a fundamental failure of his administration. In other words, he'd feel really bad if Israel got wiped off the face of the earth by Iran, because he would have made a mistake, and it would really, really, really bother him. That has to speak for itself. It really does. What he should have said was, there is no way, Thomas, that I will allow Israel to be weakened by this agreement. It will not happen. I'd feel really bad. It'd be a failure. Well, that's going to... Hey, all you folks in Israel, you could now sleep better, because Barack Obama would be heartbroken if Iran got the bomb and wiped you off the face of the earth. Aren't you happy? You'd be gone, but he'd be sad. That's so reassuring, isn't it? Wow. All right, let's move on. The debate over the Religious Freedom Acts. Listen to what Rick Santorum said and argue with this one, baby.
It's a matter of accommodation. Tolerance is a two-way street. If you're a print shop and you are a gay man, should you be forced to print God hates fags for the Westboro Baptist Church because they hold those signs up? Should you be forced to do, should the government, and this is really the case here, should the government force you to do that?
And that is who's going to say yes? That a gay business owner, small business owner, they make signs, the Westboro Baptist Church comes in there and says, make up those signs, we want to hold them up? And what if he says, no, I'm not printing that for you, go somewhere else? What would you say then? He's got to do it. No. See, it wouldn't apply that way. But the opposite way, if the gay business owner went into a bakery, a Christian bakery, and said, make me a gay wedding cake with two men holding hands and bring it to the ceremony, and he said no, well, then that's evil. You get it? You see how it works? I just want you to see how it works. It also works one way when it's white on black, and it works another way when it's black on white. Ladies and gentlemen, we have seen example after example. We saw the subway train beating in St. Louis. The black guys asked the white guy, what do you think of Michael Brown? He says, I don't want to talk about it, and they start beating him. What's happened to that? Have you heard boo? No. You would have if it was the other way around. Let's go to Kentucky. They lost on Saturday night. Big upset. They lost to Wisconsin. Wisconsin has a white player named Frank Kaminsky. Great player. After the game, they asked Andrew Harrison of Kentucky, who's black. Actually, they asked another player about Kaminsky. And watch.
Schroeder, USA Today. This is for Carl. I wonder if you could talk about Kaminsky and what makes him so difficult to defend, and what, if anything, is unique about defending him, things he does.
For Carl?
You know why you heard the beeps? Because I can't let you hear what Andrew Harrison said, who was not asked the question. He said, F that N. The black guy said F that N about the white guy on the other team. No big deal. It was only so he apologized, and now all is well with the world. What if Kaminsky had been asked about one of the Kentucky black players, or someone on, and Kaminsky was overheard saying F that N? What do you think would have happened? Well, let's take you back. North Carolina. When they won in their tournament, early in the tournament, and they Obama had picked against them. Remember this?
Hey, that was the number one seed, fellas. Just send him home. Send him home. Yeah, baby.
All right, they were saying F Obama. But there were black players. There was a black player leading that. If it were a white player, oh my God. Can't criticize the black player for doing that. And then University of Maryland girls beat Princeton. Obama had a niece on Princeton, and Obama was there rooting for Princeton, so watch.
That's it?
Sorry, man, but we had to bust your bracket!
Yeah, you see the African American girls punching Obama's face and tearing the head off? It's okay. They're African American girls. What if that was a white girl team or a team made up of whites who were doing that? Oh my God. Double standard, and it stinks. Michael Ledeen is next.